Hey everyone, it's Chainsaw Gears 12 here, and I'm back with another review today. Today I'm reviewing Testament's new album, Dark Roots of Earth. I'm going to go through the track listing, then I'm going to go through the personnel who played on this album, then I'm going to jump off into more about this album and more of what you will gain from the album, hopefully. So here's the track listing. Rise Up, Native Blood, Dark Roots of Earth, True American Hate, A Day in the Death, Cold Embrace, Man Kills Mankind, Throne of Thorns, and Last Stand for Independence. Now, if you buy the bonus DVD CD package, you also gain bonus tracks, which is Dragon Attack, which is a Queen cover, Animal Magnetism, a Scorpions cover, Powerslave, an Iron Maiden cover, and Throne of Thorns, which is the extended version of the song. It's about like 40 seconds longer. If you get the album off iTunes, there's a bonus track, which is A Day in the Death, featuring Chris Adler, the drummer for Lamb of God, and he guest stars as the drummer for that song for the iTunes bonus track. Now, let's go off into the personnel. Sorry if I mispronounce anybody's name. Chuck Billy on vocals, Alex Skolnick on guitars, Eric Peterson on guitars, Greg Christian on bass guitar, and Gene Hoglan, which guest starred on drums since their current drummer, Paul, is having a serious injury. I'm not really 100% sure. I didn't look into it. But he was a former drummer for the album Demonic, so he's already drummed for Testament before, but that was back in 1997. Anyway, so let me talk about real quick about the covers that they did. Sorry about that. And talk a little bit about that first before I jump off into the actual songs, because I just want to get the covers out of the way. One thing I do want to say is the songs they chose for the covers for this album, I guess they just wanted to go down that route of doing some covers for bands that inspired them. I feel like the songs they chose were really well done. Like, they chose songs that fit their kind of area. Like, they didn't go too far out of what they're normally used to doing, and they just picked songs that seemed right, and I think they performed them very well. Not saying that they're better than the originals. They just did them really well, and so give props to Testament for doing that. And so I'm going to go through the personnel again, but I'm going to talk a little bit about how I think they've affected the album, how I think that they made the album what it is, and then I'll go off into some of the highlights on the tracks and giving you a full overview of what this album will give you. So personnel-wise, Chuck Billy on vocals. So Chuck Billy, I feel like that this album was really good because of the vocal-wise, the vocal aspect of it, because I feel like that he made the vocals sound really good. Like, his vocal quality was really good. It doesn't sound like it's strained, or he doesn't sound like his vocals are giving out. Like, he still has that power, that grit, you know, that thrash type vocal style, and it's still there. And lyric wise, it sounds like that he's not running out of ideas. There's a lot of variety of lyrical content on this album, and it just sounds really good. And nothing on this album, when I'm listening to it, like when I'm listening to lyrics wise and vocal wise, nothing on this album makes me go, why is that there? That doesn't sound right. Anything like that. Everything sounds really good to me. So I'm going to go off into Alex Skolnick and Eric Peterson, both on guitars. The guitar quality on this album is really good. Really thrash, really just in your face, like thrash technical riffs. Like the guitar riffs, the guitar tone just sounds really thrash, really heavy, and it's just a really good guitar tone that they got out of this album. And the riff wise of this album, the riffs, just a variety of riffs. They got the typical thrash, then you got your technical thrash, and then you got your just typical heavy metal. Maybe you got some death metal here or there. There's a lot of variety of things, so you're not going to get tired or bored of the guitar riffs on this album, because there's a variety of them. And then there's also the ballad, which is Cold Embrace, but I have to give props to Alex Skolnick and Eric Peterson on guitars for Cold Embrace, which is the ballad. They really took that song to another level with their harmonizing guitar bits, the solos on that album, the clean riffs, just a really great thing that those guys did. But all in all, like, just the riffage on this album's really good. The solo quality, the solos are amazing. Like, a lot of the times a solo would come in, one, I didn't expect it, or two, it was like, wow, like, this solo is really good. And like, I really enjoy that a band can still surprise me with how good the guitar solo is, or just surprised of, oh, guitar solo is going to go there, but it fits. Like, nothing felt weird to the point where, well, I didn't expect it there, but that doesn't sound right. Like, everything just sounded right for the guitar riff solo-wise. Like, man, they really took it to a level of just really, like, let's write some really amazing guitar solos, let's write some really technical thrash riffs, let's just, you know, go crazy with our guitar stuff. Now, I'll go off into Greg Christian on bass. I could actually hear the bass on this album. Now, some people might say that they might not hear the bass, but with my stereo, I'm able to hear the bass guitar and really hear the quality. And I really enjoy that bands can still have the bass guitar still heard in the albums, because a lot of times bands just turn down the bass to the point where you really can't hear it. But it really good stuff from Greg, really good. Gene Hoglan, who did the drums, filling in for Paul, of course. Gene Hoglan, man, the drums on this album are really good. Like, nothing, like I said before on the other people's personnels, nothing seemed weird. Because this album, like I said, gives you a variety of things. And the drumming on this album just sounds like they just... like, he just, like, went that route of, like, you know, I'm gonna write some really heavy stuff. And just the drumming sound on this album is really heavy. Really that thrash thing of, this is a thrash band. Have a really, you know, heavy drum sound with really crazy double bassing. And, you know, there's some blast beats here or there. Not a lot. But just the variety of drumming on this album comparing to all the riffage that's going on and all the guitar solos, all the crazy things that are going on in the songs, just the drumming really stand out. So, done with the personnel. Sorry, I probably took a little too long, but I had to say that. But my personal highlight songs on this album that I have to say would be Dark Roots of Earth, the title track, Cold Embrace, Throne of Thorns, and Last Stand for Independence. Those are my highlights, I'd have to say. All the songs are really good, don't get me wrong. All the songs have its own purpose for being on the album. Like, there's no song on this album that you're going to go, why is this here? Or, I just don't understand why this song's on this album. But I feel like every song on this album has a standalone thing. But like I said, my personal highlights for this album that I really love enjoying every single time it comes back. I enjoy every song, but the songs I really enjoy the most, Dark Roots of Earth, Cold Embrace, Throne of Thorns, and Last Stand for Independence. Last Stand for Independence is a great track ending, a great ending for the album. If you get the bonus tracks, and there's bonus tracks, but Last Stand for Independence is a great way to end this album. A great way to sum up Dark Roots of Earth, the album that just is a great, really great thrash album. That's really what you can only say about this album, is that it's just a great thrash thing. And like I said, there's a variety of things in this album, so you're not going to get bored or tired of this album, or nothing's going to go, I've heard that before, why is this on here? Just sounds like there's a variety of things that's going to give you, so don't get worried about, well, thrash bands, they all sound the same. Testament sounds like they're still writing the same quality of music back in the day when they first started. It just sounds like the band's not running out of ideas, and the band's just not going that route of, like, we're really having to push ourselves to write a really good quality music. It just sounds like this came naturally to them, and it really stands out. So, a lot of people might say that this album is short, and I will admit, this album is kind of short compared to other thrash metal bands that are putting out stuff, but it just feels like to me, like, I feel like if they would have added more, maybe it would have been too much, but it's nothing against the band, but I just feel like this album is just a great quality thrash album, and even though it is kind of short, it's not even an hour long, but I personally believe that if you buy the bonus DVD, like, you'll get the 3 covers, and you also get the Throne of Thorns, the extended version. But I feel like that this album should be well received. I received it really well. I really enjoyed Testament. I've enjoyed their past work, their most recent work, Formation of Damnation. Hope I'm saying that album right. And now Dark Roots of Earth. Like, I was just really surprised and blown away by this album. This album just gives you a variety of things that, like, I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting a variety of thrash, technical thrash, heavy metal, death metal. I was just expecting maybe some thrash, maybe some technical, but I wasn't expecting all these varieties. And, you know, you got the clean riffs, the Cold Embrace, the ballad. You just have a variety of things all formed to make one album, which is Dark Roots of Earth. Like, I really enjoyed that there's a variety of things in this album, so I don't get tired or say, well, maybe I wish they would have switched up a little bit. Like, just each song has a different intro. Everything sounds different. It just doesn't feel like a song sounds like, okay, well, this song sounds like that's like the song that came on 3 songs ago. Nothing's going to make you go like that. If it does, then I don't know what to tell you. But for me personally, I enjoy Dark Roots of Earth. It gets an 8.75 out of 10 for me. And guys, as always, you comment down below and you let me know what your personal thoughts about Dark Roots of Earth is. Tell me your personal favorite track, or just tell me a little bit about why you love Testament, or anything in general. So like I said, guys, comment down below and you let me know. And as always, guys, you like the video and you subscribe, wherever that subscribe button is, for more metal videos. And I will see you guys tomorrow.